Hello, tubers. How's everybody doing today? Today, I'm on my main account here. Pardon me. I'm on my main account here, and I want to run a couple of HBMs. Not HBMs, Hero Trials, and explain a couple of things that I like about this base design, and also give a little bit of advice to newer players that are trying to climb the ladder and build, a successful account. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll go through my hero bases. I'm using Grimfiend, 6 of 8. I notice that he's 8 stars. His talent is 6 of 8. His skill is 6 of 8. And his talent is a 6 of 8. The next base is my Dread Drake. He's at 5 of 10. That's too low. He needs to be improved. Alright? So I'm going to put my Destroyer on. He's 6 of 10. I'm actually pushing him right now to 7 of 10. So I'm going to go with my my Destroyer instead of the Dread Drake. My Skull Knight, again, 8 stars, 6 of 10 talent. My Spirit Mage, 5 of 10 talent. It's not high enough. I want to drop that down. I want to put on a different hero, because you can't positively fight without the talent. So, without the skill level. So what I highly recommend to every one of them, or to everybody, is if you're at a 9-star hero, you have a 7-star talent. If you're at an 8-star hero, you have a 6-star skill. If you're at a 7-star, then get your skill level to 5. But that's just minimum. Now eventually there are certain heroes like Golem that you want to max the skill level out on. But at an early stage, if you have an 8-star hero, then get a 6-star skill. And this is a good place to stop for a minute too and talk about the Enlightened talent. The Enlightened talent is a no skill talent. It's a 0 skill talent. It doesn't give you any benefit other than it improves or it increases your growth rate, right? So if you're going to use an Enlightened talent, save it until you take him all the way through minimally single evolution. But if you're not rushed, then keep that talent until he goes all the way to double evolution max skill. Now, I don't recommend, if you can afford to put a talent on, let's say you have a 2 of 5 Enlightened talent, and you roll 2 of 5 Deadly Strike, or 2 of 5 Tenacity, or the equivalent level, but a higher level talent like Tenacity, like Deadly Strike, like War God, Bulwark, things like that. Then it is my recommendation that you replace the talent. The only times you save Enlightenment talents is 4 or 5 and 5 of 5. Anything less than 4 or 5 or 5 of 5 is a detriment, in my opinion. Now there's some that'll say 3 of 5 is almost as good as 4 of 5. Well, sure, it almost is, but the growth rate won't be noticed as quickly. That's all I'm saying. So then my final hero I'm going to use is Sanaboom. Okay, again, 8 stars, 6 of 10 skill level. Now, so those are the heroes I'm going to use. Have to put my Spirit Mage in the garrison. and then I think everything's garrisoned up. Yep. Okay, now this is the base design that I prefer. And what you're going to see, and the reason why I prefer it, is that often you'll get a spawn up top, and then a spawn right here at the bottom somewhere. And then often also you'll get a small spawn on this side and a small spawn on this side. So what it tends to do is it splits the enemy up enough that I never get attacked with a full wave of troops coming in. The other thing that I like about this base is with this additional row up top here. So there's a half row at the very top of the base here. By putting this additional row up here, making this top section 5 rows deep instead of just the 4 rows deep, troops never try to break through to get down to get to my tower. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll run this one here, and before I run it, I will show you where I'm at. I'm on L17. I could probably succeed in doing L18, but I'm going to hold off on L18 until I have a full 9-star team. And the reason I'm holding off is simply this. The loss of HB is critical. Here, honor badges are few and far between in this game. Honor badges are kind of the paid drug, or the drug that you can't really pay for. So you have to have honor badges. So it doesn't do me any good to try to beat 18 and lose out on the opportunity to gain the honor badges that I will get by clearing level L11 or L12 consistently. So the two that I run most of the time, the two types of, the two levels that I run most of the time are L9 and L11. And I'll show you the difference between the two of them. I'll run L11 first. It's a druid. There's the split. See how this base split them up, so I'm not fighting in an extremely large group all at one time. So druids can be a very difficult opponent because they so often heal each other as you're trying to wipe them out. Had I been trying to do the L15 or L16 druids, I probably wouldn't have been successful. But doing L11, I rarely lose L11 unless it's Pumpkin Duke, Cupid. Vlad beats me on L11 on occasion. But that's 2,000 honor badges. Alright? It takes a long time to farm 2,000 honor badges. That's the reason why I say don't waste your hero trials attempts on a higher level base if you know you can't successfully farm it. If you're not able to farm the hero trials base 50% or above, then you don't want to try it. This is a Cupid run. And once the first Cupid run pops, you can bet that the next run that you're going to have is going to also be a very difficult enemy. Cupids, Pumpkin Dukes, and Vlads are just, they're hard to beat. So it's not a disappointment at all for me to lose that particular match. But like I said, I just did a Cupid. So I'm expecting the next run to also be a very difficult high-level opponent. Turns out it wasn't, but usually Pumpkin Dukes, Vlads, and Thunder Gods run out after. That was a huge bottom spawn on L9 with my druids. And that is why I say I like this base. Even though I lost 2 of my heroes, or what I do, lose 3 of my heroes, 4 of my heroes, no, 3. Even though I lost 3 of my heroes on that bottom spawn, the group broke up and went out to the one side, which should give me an opportunity now to actually win this hero trials. So the key is, or the best advice that I can give to newer players is simply don't rush through it. Farm efficiently, meaning that you're farming a level you can successfully defeat 75% of the time. And don't rush your heroes to evolution without first skill leveling them up. Get their skill levels up. Get your core group. The most important thing about early gameplay is the dungeons, is being able to farm dungeons. And the reason it's so important to be able to farm dungeons is the shards drop. Shards will increase your skill level. So, I mean your skill level. And higher skill level usually equates into higher gameplay. So just did Druid. Who should I do 11 or 9 this time? Let's do 11. Let's see who we get. Ninja. That was a good 11 then. There again, broke down, fighting a group down here on the bottom. See how the base just breaks up the incoming enemy. And there isn't a large enough group of buildings that even one of these ninjas wouldn't have been able to go through it and get down to me so that I could destroy the enemy before time ran out. So, well, that's it. That's the video. This is the run on Hero Trials. I mean, again, like I mentioned, you just don't want to rush. You want to be patient with the account. You want to create your core group that you'll be able to best perform dungeons in, and higher level dungeons. I don't know if I have any dungeon attempts left or not. I do. Higher level dungeons are this should be everybody's goal. Dungeon 7, 10. And the reason why is it gives you 57 shards every time you sweep the dungeon. Versus if you go back to ordinary dungeons, the expert tower in the final ordinary dungeon gives only 40. So you want to get to expert as quick as you can, and expert dungeon 7, 10. And then you want to just farm that as often as you can. Okay? And keep this in mind, dungeon towers are so incredibly destructive to your team. So when you're setting up your team, if you have the option, you want to set your team up so that you're getting max area of effect damage, AoE damage, with maximum health. So Vlad is a decent dungeon hero. Destroyer, of course, is. The ideal team is probably Minnow, Cupid, Pumpkin Duke, Spirit Mage, Destroyer, and who would be the last one? Probably probably Dread Drake. But that would be, I mean, that's your ideal setup. I have to go back to restore and exit. Alright, so this is Lobarth, 15-minute video. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everyone enjoys the video. Lobarth out.